There is a life event for me in this package, and I want to share it with you. And just then my Canon EOS R broke. I'll pack it up and send someone to take it to service. And back to my oldest Canon EOS Kiss X9 from Japan for $250. I have so good lighting and material set up here that I should get a good picture out of any camera. So now my backlights cost twice as much as my camera and the lens 10 times. What just happened was actually very fitting. The show will go on. Now I will tell you a story. I've never really told it all together like this, and I hope it will give you a valuable insight about time, about seasons, about connecting the dots. Today, I will hang up my name on my own office. That is the Stockholm City Hall over there, where the Nobel Prize dinner is held. This is a long way from the small town where I came from. But it's also starting from zero again. It's only me here at the office studio. So this is also far from my vice president CTO job at Ericsson with so many staff in so many countries. When I went to university in 1992, together with a great friend and genius, Pontus, we programmed something we called the Moose Box. It was a driving simulator with a real road, and you could experience that if you were driving 50 kilometers per hour on a small street and a kid runs out from behind the car, you don't have reaction time to stop, while if you slow down to 30 kilometers, you could. Same if you drove 110 kilometers per hour on the country road and a moose runs out from the forest, you can't stop, but if you drive 70, you can. We did it with real road footage stored on a VHS tape with a time code on the audio track. Then we read that time code with an Amiga computer and overlaid a moose or a kid running. It was very realistic. Since driving schools already had a TV and a VHS player, our product cost like 2K. And the next cheapest competitor product cost 200K. And then they still couldn't do it with a real local road. A Swedish insurance company paid us and sent I think 100 units to a few Swedish driving schools. It was fun, my first meeting in an office with people in suits, we were in the newspaper, and it paid for much of my university studies. At the time, I thought it was a great success. Looking back at it now, man, we had a vastly superior product at 1/100th of the cost of the competition. And not easy to copy because together Pontus and I had unique skills. Not easy to build that with the right FPS on a 7 MHz 16-bit processor. This is 28 years ago. A conservative 2K on 50K units would be $100 million. Then exactly 10 years later, I kind of did the same thing again. In 2002, I programmed a website. It was when the first color display phones had just come out. And I wanted to put a different wallpaper on it, like a background picture. And it was messy. So I sat one summer weekend, learned PHP and programmed a site where you could upload a picture from your computer, then the server resized it and cropped it to the right size, and you could download it straight from your phone over this new mobile data technology that we were working on at Ericsson. I thought it was super cool, I showed it to my friends next week, then I just left it there. Later at Christmas that year, I wanted to show it at the family Christmas dinner. We were at my grandmom's house and it didn't work. So I connected a dial-up modem from her phone line and logged in to check the logs. First I didn't understand what I was looking at. Then suddenly it dawned on me that there are thousands and thousands of people trying to access this service on my like $20 server package. I set up a payment gateway with PayPal and upgraded to the $200 server package. And soon after that, I had 500,000 signups. 10% paid money. I could deliver wallpapers for 1 cent when everyone else charged $1. And you could get your own picture. My site on Google ranked as #1 on things like Nokia 3110 wallpaper. I tried Google AdWords for fun in 2003. Look, it's still here in my AdWords account 17 years later. But I didn't want to spend money really, since I was getting people to come for free through SEO. Then my Ericsson career took over, and I felt I didn't have time for this. I didn't have time to check what people uploaded, so I just gave away the access, and they didn't do anything either, so it just fizzled out after a few years. I paid my taxes and it was fun. Looking back at it now, again, man, oh my. I could just have increased that Google Ads number. Then this would have gone from 500,000 users to 5 million users to 50 million users. Again, I was delivering a vastly superior service at 1/100th of the cost. And of course people bought it. Mobile cameras were not good enough at the time, and everyone wanted a wallpaper and a ringtone. So I had at that time an addressable market of 500 million people. I could hit everyone at the same time, the beauty of automated online, and I had already built it on autopilot. And I didn't do it. Now here comes the maybe surprising part of this story. I am so glad I didn't capitalize on the moose box or on the website. I am so glad I didn't know investment at the time, so that I didn't invest in any of all those tech companies that I tried to convince my friends how great they were, years before their stocks went up 100 or 1,000 times. Because if I had, I would have become a fat and lazy cat, either at age 19 or at age 29. If I had, I would have sat bored in luxury, addicted to entertainment, a dangerous, slippery slope. Instead, I remained hungry. And because I remained hungry, I went out in the world, met my amazing families, had my amazing kids. Nothing of that would have happened otherwise. The adventures, I would never have made that career in Ericsson, getting to play a part in changing the world. Now today, I probably had around half my career. I've just had my halftime break, my Super Bowl ad, my time to rest briefly and recover from the play of the first half. Changing the world once is not bad for the first half of the game, and I've built skills that are hard to replicate. But it's the second half of any football game that really counts. And the second half, for me, starts today. Right now. Now is the time. Now I am much stronger than I was at that time in the past. And today, I will hang up my name, CTO LARSSON, on my own office on one of Stockholm's finest streets. I've had a few moments like this, like when I lived in the mega cities of Asia and wondered, how did I get here? This is one of those moments. Now I will take 1 minute to enjoy this moment. Not celebrate, because I have not achieved anything yet. I am just walking out to the field to start the game. Second half. So the secretary that's going to have to take this one to the post office is me. And I love it. Thank you. Tack. CTO LARSSON out. Hej då! I have 3 channels now on YouTube. Follow the channels matching your interest.